Hey guys, Brian Cade here with Cade Fit, a fitness and self-development center where I help people get more out of their bodies and more out of their lives. Have you ever felt like you just haven't found that thing that you enjoy or you want to exercise? Or maybe you just felt like you can't, there's nothing you can do, or you don't have it all down yet. You don't know enough, or you're not good enough to get started. Or maybe it's that you feel like you know you need to exercise, you have to exercise, you should, and then you just can't make it habit. You don't get into the gym, you don't make that change. And trust me, I've been there. I don't always want to exercise. I don't always feel like I've found the right thing or can take on new actions. And it's not easy. And I was coaching a client tonight, and a friend this morning actually, and he said that he just hasn't found the right thing. He tried yoga, he tried lifting weights, he's tried to cardio kickboxing or 9 rounds as well, and he's just really struggling to get started. And he's like, I just haven't found the thing that I enjoy. And as we were talking, I found that there was something going on with the way he spoke. He's like, when I'm in yoga, I'm so self-conscious of what everyone's thinking that there's like, I don't get the pose right. I know what it's supposed to look like. And I hear this all the time. And whether it's anytime we learn something new, it's often our critical thoughts on trying to get it right or perfect from the beginning. So with that, your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions create the results you take. Oftentimes though, your thoughts or feelings are going to stop you from actually taking that action. And so for him, as long as he is beating himself up, he's never going to get started. I know someone else who, for dancing, very hard on herself and is afraid to get started because it's uncomfortable. You're stumbling around. And trust me, I was there. Every time you're a beginner, you're going to stumble. So as long as you're critical and you're afraid of making mistakes, you're not going to be actually able to learn it. So we took 3 ways for him to look at it to actually make that change. First is, every master was once the beginner. Everyone who's ever started and gotten good at something had the phase where they're falling around, stumbling, they look like a fool half the time. You're going to make mistakes, and that's where you're going to get the biggest growth. And eventually, you'll be comfortable. It'll look good. But if you don't ever get started and you're worrying so critical on your thoughts, you'll never enjoy it. That's the thing. It's not that he didn't find the right thing. He needs to get to the point that he can learn and enjoy it. Go through this part where you're stumbling and struggling. The second part of that is the thought that it's okay not to be perfect. It's okay to learn the move. I have people who squat, deadlift, shoulder press, and they imagine it has to be perfect right off the bat. And they beat themselves up for not getting it right. It's like, you've done 5 of these. I've done hundreds of this exercise. Thousands of this exercise. It's not going to look the same. Your first 5 squats aren't going to look the same as when you've done it 10,000 times. So expect that you don't have to be perfect starting out. And then the final thought on what he was going through is, for him, exercise is a should. He'd love to exercise. He knows it's better for his health. He knows that he's going to feel better and all this stuff. But for him, it's a should. And it feels heavy. When's the last time you do stuff that feels really heavy and like just because you should? Usually we go do that. We try something because we should. And then it's tough, so we stop. And then we wait till we feel guilty and beat ourselves up. And then we go back to the gym or do whatever. But it's never going to last as long as we're forcing ourselves and having to push ourselves along. It's that time when you actually learn to do it because you want to. I have, for myself, hundreds of reasons why I exercise. I know you're more productive, more creative. You learn faster. You're going to be better at your job. Your emotions are going to be better. You're going to be happier, more alive. Your body moves better. You feel healthier. You're going to be able to play with your grandkids growing up. All these things. And so focus on why you want to exercise. Why do you want to take care of yourself? Why do you want to do this exercise? What's it going to give you? Don't focus on the have to or should. Find a reason why you really want to do it. There's days that I don't necessarily want to do the exercise, but I look at all the benefits it gives me, And without a doubt, I want to do that. I want to have those benefits. So that's what I focus on. So as I'm struggling through squats or whatever it is, I'm focusing on the way my legs are going to feel, the power, the strength, the ability to do random activities without having to train for it. So if I want to learn a new sport or hobby, I can just dive in because I have that. So what is it for you? What is it that's going to make you want to exercise? What is it that's going to get you through the time where you're stumbling and where it is uncomfortable and get you to the point that you can actually learn and enjoy it? So that's where I'm going to leave you today. So key things is making sure, why do you want to do it? And then what ways can you think about starting out where it doesn't have to be perfect right off the bat? So I'm Brian Cade with Cade Fit. Once you get stronger, life gets easier.